Good evening, everyone. I'm going to play another random game tonight. The random game tonight is Nox for Windows 95 and 98. An old Westwood staple game. Save some time. I pre-installed, so I have to wait for that one. Nox is a action RPG click 'em up, like Diablo. Very much like Diablo. I've played this in years, but this is my original copy, so we have to play the intro, of course. This is a full motion, or not full motion, it's CGI, all of it, but still, they went all out back then.
Hail Sabrium entrapped in the dark. Hail Sabrium adrift on thy bark. Dark lords banish, thy reign is nigh. My time to bring the orb
The basic premise of this game is that this guy's just a couch potato, but then someone uses a spell to pull him into this world.
What the heck?
Donande tak, donande tek, herumenta la sed. Damn.
Hun, you want bacon?
You know I do. Damn TV.
Lousy second-rate candle makers. Kill them all when I rule the world. What sort of half-baked operation are they
It's early
think I'm
2000
running?
stuff, it's pretty good.
Now where was it? Yeah. Oh yeah. I call upon the power of one dark name, one black heart, one grievous soul. I call upon the power of Tremorum Sanctissimo.
What the?
You kind of got a feeling they were trying to establish like a series, and they never got off the ground more than this first game. The game was really good. Well, it's still really good. Almost feels a little faster than Diablo. But Westwood never really got any further. They just created this one installment, and that was it.
Dead. Soon I shall rule triumphant over all of Nox.
Blazes! What manner of demon spawn dares attack my ship? Off, you mutant imp, or you'll have no head to put a hat on!
Wait, please. I need your help. I don't know what's happened or where I am or... What is this place?
No place at all!
Typical Westwood fashion and production quality is really good from start to finish.
Here you go, under your power, or by the lift of my boot!
Ah!
Hold on, what's this?
It's my TV.
And what does this TV do?
Do? Doesn't really do anything. You just watch it. See, here's where you plug it in, and this knob changes the channels. I think it's broken.
Intoxicating. The look of it promises a host
Yeah, it's kind of
mysteries.
I wouldn't say steampunk, but it has like a lot of mechanical stuff, like, you know, cogwheels and that fantasy
Why
steam
do you keep
almost.
calling me Imp? My name is Jack.
Granted, you've no
So they have
brains, but
machines
you're
and
fine,
everything,
can't
steam
fly.
powered a lot of the
I
stuff,
fell.
and
I fell here from my living room.
then
Fell
magic
from
and swords
what?
and whatever. So
No
it's
matter.
fantasy in that sense.
It's either
But
overboard with gravity as your guide, or I take the TV as fare for safe passage. Deal?
Can you take me home? Tina made bacon tonight.
Bacon bound we go, imp. But first, I need your help with something.
alright, that's the intro. So we're gonna pick our single player. I'm gonna do a new one. So they actually give you different little introduction storylines. I wouldn't say as deep as Dragon Age Origins went, but there's a different kind of quest line for each type of character. I did play Mage when I played this game originally, and I kind of want to play it again just for nostalgia's sake, so we're going to do that. Typical glass cannon thing. Can't take a lot of damage, but it can deal a lot of damage and get a lot of cool spells, so you can customize a lot of stuff here. Well, we're going to need a mustache, obviously. There, some sideburns. Fantastic. Purple pants. There we go. Gotta go with the 80s synthwave style there.
The work of a great wizard is a sight to behold, a mastery of magical power channeled to the most astounding effect. So, you should know that in all of Nox, Horvath is the name synonymous with the greatest of wizards. And your timing is auspicious. As I speak, Horvath is looking for an apprentice. Win his favor, and his sacred citadel will become your home.
Well, that's
the Wizard's
convenient.
Tower in Castle Galavar. Succeed with him, and your future on Nox is assured.
Hard, cold facts, lad. You must become a wizard's apprentice before you can gain entry to the Tower of Illusion. The one controlling that is the Archwizard Horvath, an old friend of mine.
So the game uses kind of like it's an isometric viewpoint, obviously, but it's more, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's higher up than most other isometric games. Like I played Crusade No Regret last time, and it's much shallower. It doesn't sit so high. This game really uses, like, you can tell they took the whole playfield and like really smushed it up. You know, partly good maybe, partly weird. Got a little on delay here. Stand by. See if that's better. There we go. Alright. So you can break everything. It's Diablo, or Diablo style game, point and click, so you're of course gonna break everything you find. It's like they didn't even try and like not copy it. It's like you hold shift and you stand still and swing just like you do in Diablo. I do like this graphics engine quite a bit. There's a lot of destructible environments. Spell. And use the ASD keys combination here to throw spells like. And it shows the magical symbols he does to cast them, which is pretty cool. All little items you find on the ground can be moved around. There's a lot of detail in his engine, so. Of course, you have mana and health potions because it's a Diablo clone. Of course, just run up and swing at him and save your mana, but I can't remember later in the game if you recover mana automatically, if you have to keep using your potions or not. Oh no!
Thieving little creatures.
That was good timing.
The urchins just moved into our area and have already made absolute pests of themselves. I am Archwizard Horvath. I am looking for my apprentice. I fear he has been lost in a nearby urchin den. If you could find him and bring him back to me, I would be willing to bring you along with us to Galavar. Come, I will show you the way to the wretched urchin den outside my apprentice's home.
Well, there we go. It's kind of cool how the view is blocked out until you literally open it, so they kind of calculate the view you can, what you can see from the point where you're standing. But there's barrels, so I gotta smash those first. Snoop around. You can see in this room here how aggressive the angle is on everything. It almost reminds me of like Ultima Online a little bit. That might be what they were trying to go for. I'm just gonna snoop around, take all your stuff.
Here's a spell book and some other articles you might need. Unlock the gates. Just follow the road, and I expect you will have no
Heal
trouble
is definitely
finding
useful.
these detestable interloping urchins. Good luck. I hope to see you again.
Ooh, look at that. We'll go there later, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can push everything around. A lot of spells later, I think, can knock stuff around, too. Helpful signs everywhere.
John.
Of course, stuff to loot everywhere, and little secrets and hidey holes. Look at there, there's some gold behind the house. So you gotta check out everything. I mean, it's like, you know, exactly how Diablo plays. Oh, there's a mana potion. I'm gonna hit this tree. Where's the mana potion? You were here a second ago. There we go. Alright.
John.
Let's see, it's the C button. Yeah, it takes a little while getting used to. Stand next to these mana crystals and you automatically refill mana. So you kind of keep running back and forth between those to run around and blast stuff and run back.
John.
Oh no. Can't get through here. You need a sapphire key. Let's see where that is. I'm gonna run up and beat this guy with my stick. Fine. Use the magic missile. Gas missile, magic missile to darkness.
John.
Oh. Good thing I got a self-heal. There we go. Come on. Forget being a mage. I'm gonna hit it with my stick. There we go. And run back and recover mana. Alright, let's see. So, douches, I need better spells or more mana, really. You get more gear. Later on, let's see. Is there anything else in this room? A lot of barrels. It's funny because I'm running at the middle resolution. This game can handle 640 by 480, 800 by 600, and 1024 by 768. And if you run the highest resolution, everything's just a lot smaller. It's incredibly hard to see anything at that point. So it's almost worthless. I tried it before I started the stream to play at a resolution. I couldn't see anything. So middle of the road it is. If it's too small or hard to see, people can let me know and I can switch over to 640 by 480. But this seems to work pretty well so far.
John.
There's little physics stuff in this game too. You can use the water barrels, and there's things that explode, of course, and it has different effects. You can push those barrels around onto things that are burning. There's a lot of cool things like that. Gotta break everything. Look at that. A little information on the critters you're fighting here. Like a bestiary.
John.
It's interesting because a lot of these, you know, action games like this, you're running around a lot, of course. But I remember later in the game, especially as a mage, you're kiting like crazy, running around, just casting spells behind you, in front of you, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty fast-paced. And the engine lends itself to that too.
John.
See, what was that? Potion of Cure All, I think? Cure Poison. I'm sure that will come in handy. Look at that big red button.
John. John.
Experience, levels, it's all here. Which again, it feels like they really set this up to be like a series, but then never got off the ground. It just stayed on, you know, on one game. Then again, Westwood didn't last much longer after this. I'm trying to remember chronologically. This game came out in 2000. And Westwood, of course, was assimilated by EA, or they were EA at this point already. And we're kind of dismantled, unfortunately, so I mean, we know how that went. Let's see. So let's find the Sapphire Key, wherever that is. A line of sight is pretty critical in this game, and spells and things like that fly in the actual world. They're not just automatically hitting their target. You actually have to, like, line it up. You can block things by stepping behind stuff. Oops. Had multiple spell sets there. Wrong button. There we go. Alright, get some mana. Ooh. Food. Apple. I believe, so you can tell down here I only have one, I have multiple health potions there, but as you use them up, I think they then go to foods, and it just downgrades itself until you get to this lowest level of food you have, basically, which I think is the apple. So that's where the food is going. There's no craft or anything in this game, if that's your... So here, in this case here, there we go. So what is that? You were actually online? Is it no light for you? Or is that someone else? So I had a friend named Tuda growing up, so if it's you, hello. If it's not, hello anyway. Grab some food. But yeah, 2002 sounds about right. So one of the last games they probably made was probably Red Alert 2, then I'm guessing? 2003. Let's see, is there a mushroom here? Is there anything here? There's gotta be something here. Is there a map? There we go. Alright, there we go. Got a little mini-map. So something felt like it was missing here. It's a, you know, Diablo game, so you gotta scour every part of the map, obviously. Okay, I got the key, so I just gotta run it back. The further away I hold, he goes slow when I do this, and then as I move further out, he runs, so. Alright, let's see. I got the key. How's it going there, dude?
Trying to rescue
He looks
me,
great.
but I'm already too far gone. The urchins, they weren't acting alone. It was a necromancer.
I say, so... Yeah, say... I'm not sure if you're staying up or getting up early, who knows, but... Welcome, anyway. Look at that, lightning. Now we have lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Earth and Beyond, I played that, I actually played that a little bit in the beta, and that did not last very long. It just kind of died out. Ooh, now I got a snazzy robe. Still can see my my porn stash there. Alright, let's go back and tell our master that not only is his apprentice dead, but I took all his stuff. So, you know, I'm trustworthy. Lightning bolt. And the stream is... Gotta figure out why it just keeps doing that. It's kind of frustrating. It's just desynchronizes. If anyone has any ideas on OBS why it keeps desynchronizing my stream, that'll be awesome.
My apprentice's robe. Dark fortunes must have befallen him. You have proven the urchins were no match for you. Perhaps you might make a good apprentice. Yes. Follow me to the laboratory. When you are ready, just step into the teleporter, and you will be brought to Gallifrey. We have much work ahead of us when we arrive.
Does it involve lightning bolting people? Because I bet it involves lightning bolting people.
When you are ready, just step onto the teleporter, and we will be on our way.
I believe it. eating light can be
I
fun
could
sometimes.
not have anticipated this development, lad, as events seem to be moving at their own unsettling speed. You have been called upon by Horvath to go to the
Is it still going?
mysterious wizard tower. He must believe in
No,
you
it is
because
not.
he is entrusting you
This
to
thing does
apprentice
not
with
wanna
him
play nice.
and to do research in the Forgotten Library.
So I have a camera pointed at the
Welcome to the city
computer
of
there.
North, realm of the
It's
wizards.
supposed to be in a live
You will
feed,
be
but
my new apprentice.
unfortunately the camera
Everything
is
has been arranged.
frozen up again. So,
You may shop for anything you need, but do not tarry too long.
but at least
I
you get a
shall meet
nice,
you in
pretty
my
picture of
office
what it looks
inside
like.
the Tower of Illusion. Just take Spire Street and you will find the tower.
Gee, thanks. That instant teleportation spell would be pretty nice to have that you got there. Guess I'll make do with running.
Hello. If you're looking for the Tower of Illusion, just take Spire Street as far as it'll go.
There's a lot of side quests and everything. I remember when I was playing this game when it came out, I'm like, oh wow, this is like a fully like open world, and you know you can run around and do like side quests and everything, and not really. They did do funneling along in a story and everything. I mean, you still have to break all the barrels. Don't mind me. Just breaking barrels and taking your apples. They still funnel you along the story and everything, so it's not like it's completely, you know, you can do whatever. So they have those little hub areas where you can run around, but it's temporary, and then you run out in the wilderness, and you follow a line, basically like, you know, Diablo, Titan Quest, and all those games.
Wizards are always welcome here. What can I interest you in?
Don't think you have much that I want yet. It's like, early in the game, in most of these games, it's not worth really buying anything. You're going to be upgrading your equipment so quickly and often anyway. It's not worth wasting your money. Doesn't mean I can't loot around, though. Anything else in here? Look at that. Chest. Barrel.
Welcome to Maximilian's, the Southern Land's finest inn.
Again, that perspective really throws you off her because it's
Actually,
so
business is being
like
somewhat
flat.
slow of late. 2 weeks ago,
Um,
thieves broke in and robbed the place. I don't expect I'll see my stolen belongings again, but nothing would please me more than to see those rogues brought to justice. I'll happily reward anyone who turns them in.
A new entry has been added to my journal. I bet it's a problem I can solve by lightning bolting people or magic missile on people. Before that, I'm just gonna loot through every room I can here. There's no like, you know, negative. Like in some of the newer games, they're like to try and put in, you know, guards will arrest you or lose reputation. Nope, this you can loot and break everything you want in this game. Kind of like Diablo in that sense, or old school JRPGs where you can just run into a house and take everything and just run right out. Let's see. See if I get the camera going on the computer again. Let's run this way. Oh, hello. I'm definitely not trying to loot your stuff. Carry on. Yeah, that's the thing. I agree. Tori was saying here that Westwood had too many fingers in many pots at the same time. And, you know, I can't just... It's easy to go on the EA blame train and say, oh, but EA, they bought the, you know, bought them and chopped them up and they're evil, whatever. And I mean, there's very corporate practices around it. At the same time, you know, they probably didn't have a functioning business model or anything. So it's like, you know, I remember Westwood of the olden days and everything, but, you know, it didn't last, so... I mean, could they have been around? Sure. I mean, a lot of them went to the Petroglyph, I think, and they made gray goo. Yeah, I'll say, you can loot everything, it's fine. That's mine. That's mine. That's also mine. That apple,
Welcome
that's
to the
totally
shop
mine.
of bright ways. How can I help you?
Grey Goo was actually a great homage to Command & Conquer, because a lot of the, you know, more modern games they try and like get rid from the base building and like the turtling and all that stuff, which I really enjoyed in the original Command & Conquer series. So when Grey Goo came out. It's actually really good. I didn't get that far into the game, but it's really good. It's a very good, like, old school, 3 factions, very different factions how they play. Ooh, refreshed from drinking from the well. It plays like the old ones with base building and tech trees and all that good stuff. And it's a good soundtrack. Frank Klepacki, probably saying that name wrong, who did the industrial rock soundtrack to the Command & Conquer series originally, made the soundtrack as well. And a lot of those guys at that company are old Westwood employees that worked on the original Command & Conquer series. And they're also working on a remaster of Command & Conquer 1 and Red Alert 1, which I have high hopes for. We'll see. Again, Frank Klepacki is making the music, and it's kind of a remaster, so it looks good potential, but we don't really know that much about it yet. So,
welcome to the Church of Saint Alastor. You may consider the church grounds safe haven for rest and meditation.
Alright, let's see. Maybe I should go where I'm supposed to and stop looting inns and whatnot. I believe this is where I'm going to go here in a minute, so... but, locked. But, I want to loot stuff. Ooh, I can go in here. Oh, look at all these. Yeah, lightning bolt doesn't work. There's no target. There we go. That's where I probably should have played a warrior and just smash everything. Oh, there's gotta be something here, right? Furious clicking intensifies. Come on. This game actually had like local area network deathmatch too, I think, but I never tried it. Should give it a shot sometime and maybe stream it while I'm doing it, because that'd be fun. Shopkeeper. Alright, let's see if this thing is working again now. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at that. There we go. Live. Okay. So, I mean, this is a CD game because it's early 2000s, so it's spinning constantly. So, this is a very loud CD drive. As you can tell, it's just a Dell standard one. And it's spinning a lot, so all I hear is the CD sound. Okay, did I... There we go. Yeah, clearly you seem to know more about Westwood than I do for sure. So I believe that they kind of been moved around. I'm not sure, besides that remaster, what they're working on right now. I said Grey Goo was great, but I certainly don't know their entire catalog or anything, what they've done since then. Or what publisher owns them, or, you know, not own them, but what publisher they use. So a lot of times, obviously, you know, kind of at the whim of some of the, you know, the publisher demands and everything too. You can only operate so well as a small studio, unless, you know, you got your Sid Meier's or Peter Molyneux or something like that working for you. Then I'm sure your name brand can carry a little more weight. But
hello, young mage. I surmise you might be here about the reward. There's a handsome bounty for Morgan Lightfingers, dead or alive. He and his sorry band of thieves have been preying on our fair town for weeks. Be careful. You don't want to be caught off guard by those savage scum.
Got it. Fix problems with lightning bolts. I should probably go where I'm going now. This can call attention to as well. This box here. This is, of course, you know, some of the last ones that they made, like this sort of box, and it's heavy. Now, this is the Scandinavian release, so the manuals are huge in here because there's also many languages, but obviously, you can tell behind me, I miss a lot of the old school big box games and everything, so it's such a fantastic feeling. Heavy box, a lot of goodies in there. For now, it's just a prop. So, let's go lightning bolt something. That's right, I have gathered some more of the original developers. I remember seeing the tweet from Frank Lepaki, or one of the team members there, and they were really excited to get it back together. I mean, I have decently high hopes for that remaster, because if it is, you know, the original team, or a lot of the original team, or several of the developers, put together again, hopefully they're the ones that can give the source material, you know, the respect it deserves.
Horvath's new apprentice. Impressive.
Now,
Master
it's,
Horvath's
again,
chamber is down the
rose-tinted
hall to your
glasses.
right.
I mean, I'm
First
obviously
door past the
rose-colored
oak.
glasses. I'm
I've
obviously
unlocked the south doors.
guilty of that myself. It's like,
Welcome
how
to the
much
guild.
do you want the memories back versus the actual game, right? Because you can fire up the original Command & Conquer anytime and play it in many, many ways. But will it translate to the modern era? We'll see. Hopefully they can kind of bring it back into more modern guys, but they have to have the base building, from my perspective, otherwise it's just not Command & Conquer, so... I didn't even try Command & Conquer 4, because I saw it didn't have base building. Never mind, I didn't even try it. Huh, maybe I should listen to what Kai said. Probably nothing important. Push the candelabra, or the candles around here. Take the elevator. Can't go there. We'll go this way. But I don't think, like, you know, I don't know who owns the rights of this now. I'm assuming EA then, to Nox specifically, right?
Hello, apprentice. Could you hit that red button on the wall when I give you the signal? I would really appreciate the help.
Because, I mean, I would think this series will very easily, or this game, it never became a series, will very easily translate into modern, you know, nicer game, but who knows, might be one of those free-to-play
Okay,
things.
now.
Push the button. Whoops. Oh, he's fine. He just got lightning bolted.
I can't believe it worked. Oh, thank you. You must be good luck.
Oh,
Go
he's a
ahead
frog.
and hit the button again to reverse the transfer. Well, this is certainly a problem, isn't it?
I would say the game humor is kind of almost, oh, it's on Origin? Okay, so you can play Nox pretty easily today then on, you know, modern machine at that point. You know, in fact, I might have gotten it for free and they gave away the on the house, honestly, but I prefer original hardware, of course, is what we're playing on here. But they could probably very easily pull that into the modern day and everything.
Don't tell Horvath about
I'll
this.
say, the humor in this game reminds me a lot of Bullfrog. Like this kind of dry British humor, of course. Which Bullfrog was, you know, you think about your theme hospital and a theme park and all those games. They were just so, you know, funny and dry.
Can I help you, son?
Welcome to the Tower Gift Shop and Trinkets. Can I help you?
Maybe sell some of this stuff. 3 gold for pants. Don't mind if I do. You'll get so much gear and everything. Oh, there he is. Sorry, I was too busy looting everyone in town.
You're here. Good. Your first task as my new apprentice is very important. Something strange is transpiring in Nox. Wildlife incursions in the settled areas is on a steady rise. My attempts to scry out the cause have been fruitless. A mysterious force clouds my view. You may help me change that.
Alright.
There is an underground section of the library where our archives are kept.
Appreciate you hanging out and chatting there. You seem to know all about Westwood and everything, so because I was a big fan of theirs in the 90s and everything and played all the Command & Conquer games, but
which were originally
yeah.
designed to keep out uninvited visitors.
They didn't stay, obviously, so
Most of this forgotten section of the library
But
has not
the
been
one thing
used
with
in many
Westwood
years.
games
The
to me
antiquated
felt like the
records
production
indicate
quality
this
was so
section
high.
contains
It was a
two
good
items which may be
product. By the
crucial
time you
to
got
our
it,
investigation.
it was a
The
good
first is
game.
the
Like,
Amulet
I'm
of
playing right
Clarity.
now. This is
The
version
second is the
1.0. It
Book
is
of
not patched at all.
If you could
And I'm sure there are
retrieve these
bugs. I'm
objects
sure there
for
are
me
fixes
quickly,
available and
I
everything.
hope
But
they
in
will
general,
furnish the answers
the
I
game
seek.
was 100% playable on launch. Like, they took their time to polish, like kind of like Blizzard does. The game was fully playable. You didn't have to worry about anything. I mean, yeah, occasional crashes here and there, I'm sure, are inevitable. But in general, it played really, really well. And here I'm playing on, you know, sort
Can I
of...
help you, son?
Can I come in? No?
Can I help you, son?
Yes, you can. Can you let me in?
Horvath asked you to fetch something
There we
for
go.
him, eh?
I didn't even read what the quest is. I know I need to go down here and kill stuff. Whoops. You know, there's a lot of games were pushed out too quickly, but Westwood took their time, and it was a fully functional product by the time it was launched, as it should be. Now, most of the masses may not agree, but, you know, I'd rather wait 6 months longer or a year longer, honestly, for a game to be fully working by the time it comes out. Obviously, you know, Duke Nukem excluded perhaps with the "it will be done when it's done," and it still was a mess, but that's another story.
Hey, you shouldn't be in here. Who are you?
I'm Plot Device. Nice to meet you.
I am the servant of Hecuba, queen of the necromancers. I come for the Book of Oblivion.
The necromancers are evil.
Surrender it now.
Oh, look at him. He looks evil. He's got red eyes.
Lads, escort this madman out of here.
Pitiful wizards are no match for a necromancer.
Whoa.
Thanks for the book, old man. Tell Horvath that my queen would like to meet him someday. Soon.
Oh, how can this be?
Maniacal laugh.
That evil one defeated both of my novices. There's no time to summon help. Quickly, you must stop him before the Book of Oblivion is lost.
Quickly, you dude I just met. Notice the slowdown there was just the CD spinning up again. It's funny, even though like this isn't what I call an overkill machine. It's way more powerful than it would have been for the Windows 98 time, and it's got a big hard drive and everything. But the CD drive is just so loud. But I can't install, even though I have plenty of resources, plenty of hard drive. It's still got, unless you do a no CD crack, which probably help in this case here, but I want to just play it as is. I should get a better, more time period correct machine set up for this, because yeah, this is a, I think like a 800 or something, or even faster. It's considerably faster than what we needed, but the reason I have it is it has an ISA bridge in it, so I can run a Sound Blaster AW64 Gold in there, but also a DVI out card, so I can capture more direct than using a VGA connection. So it's a clearer signal. Yeah, the access speed is a little overpowered, but again, it's a very fast spin CD, right? So it takes a while to get up to full speed, and it sounds like it's just a big fan running, basically. Lightning bolt. I'll resist the temptation to say lightning bolt every time I cast lightning bolt, because that would probably get old. Oh. See, these little things run out of... Uh-oh. What did I pick up then? Swap location. That is your blink, basically. If you have played such games. And... Ta-da! It's a very fast casting game, which makes it really cool to play as a mage, because a lot of our games, like, you know, sure, a lot of those action RPGs let you cast pretty fast, but, swap location with the spider. You know, they really hammer across the action RPG element here, and you're just casting while they're running around, which gives it a very active feel to the game. Use my staff to beat that spider. Just trying to get the experience points. Is there anything else in this room? it's kind of fun to revisit these games when you played them that long ago, because you got the nostalgia feel to it, but then it's so long ago. I mean, I played it since it came out. Maybe reinstalled it a couple times, but I certainly didn't play it that much. I believe some of those CD-ROM drives are really loud, and usually it's not something you care about, because if you're collecting retro stuff, I cross between the line of collecting and hoarding, I suppose. You have so many of them that you don't really care which one you're putting in, as long as it's decently correct, or just fits the need. But then you spin it up. In this case here, this is just whatever came in as Dell. This is meant for, you know, corporate use, so they don't care about how loud it is. It's just insanely loud. So it's not really useful or good, I guess, for this constant access. So I might actually try out a few other ones I have and see if some of them are quieter, because it's actually loud enough that it's distracting when I'm streaming. So I guess we'll go down here. Loading. Ooh, another spell. Force field. Alright, let's see what that does. That's right, and I think that one has a recharge time. Or I can't use it because you can see here how this is great. Yeah, it's a recharge. Let's see, is it because of my mana? Yeah, so these drop down when I don't have mana, so I will say Westwood designed this game to be pretty slick. It's pretty intuitive and to use and everything. Things tend to make sense on how you use it. Oh.
These should slow you down.
My off-screen assistant. Uh-oh. Jesus! Oh, I'm poisoned. That's not good. Alright, let's see. A little potion, and there we go. Like, those things are useful, obviously, but yeah, that was roasting all too fast there. So it's just very active game. It's very rapid, quick. It just doesn't... I mean, if you just stand there, you're going to die in like 2 seconds, because there's always just something happening. Which is cool. I just got to get used to that playstyle, so... And here, of course, there's a little physics puzzle here. You got to push a block here. Let's see. Look at that. Ooh. Medieval suit, gold. It's gold! Level up, I think. Pretty sure. I got a, let's see, I gotta remember, there we go, there's the spell book. The Book of Knowledge. There we go, I did get a new medieval shirt. I don't think it does any difference versus the one you landed in this world with, so... let's see, I'll go down that hole there and check it out. It's like, you get what they call analysis paralysis, I guess, with the fireball. Here we go, now we're talking. Our little fireball of death showering hell sparks and all within range of his impact.
Done. Done.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I played Diablo 2 to death, of course. It was just a really, really good game. So it is, of course, around the same time period in Diablo 2. I mean, had so much more backing. Westwood was kind of almost winding down at the time. Of course, a very, very good game as well. But, yeah. I thought Nox deserved better. I wouldn't call it a hidden gem, because, I mean, it was pretty popular, but I remember being covered in all the magazines and everything. But, I mean, I felt like it deserved a little more, probably. Gold. Alright, let me take it. There we go. There's that. So you can select here if you want to cast it on yourself. Of course, with this fireball, it's probably not a good idea. let's see here. I can't remember. There we go. Just see, it's just intuitive again. Drag and drop, and it shows up right there. We'll see if I'm gonna pay for this with mana, or if this is gonna be hard now to. Missiles of magic. They're not magic missile. They're missiles of magic. Please don't sue us. Oh, hello. Fireball. There we go. Of course, you got the trade-off of, like, you know, which ones are more powerful, cost more mana, recovery, and all that. So, come here. It's got a lot of character to it. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, Fireball is pretty powerful, but am I better to keep Missiles of Magic here just to have something that's a lower mana use? Because the problem with Fireball, of course, is a very high mana use. There we go. So that's how you it's W and E to shift between the different spell sets. Because yeah, later on you will get pretty big. I mean, you get a lot of spells in this game, and you kind of got to trade off which ones you want to use or not. Heal up. I think I'm healed up. Medieval pants. Can I grab them? There we go. I gotta learn all the. See, I'm the constant thing where I'm hopping games so much that I forget. Like, I'm finally playing Zelda Breath of the Wild more intently, and you know, finally learning all the buttons and everything. Because then you hop games, and you're like, I go back to, like, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn or something on the PS4 and play that, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know what any of these buttons do, and you spend like half an hour trying to figure that out. Well, this looks lovely. You can jump like that. Can I jump over that? Can I shoot a fireball over there? Look at that.
Done.
I gotta shoot one over here, I'm sure. Let's see, will the magic missile suffice?
Done.
Yeah, I hit it. Look at that. What cat visitor wants to check it out? Get some mana back. Those, as you're playing as a mage here, those things become your lifeblood. I think they might recharge over time, but it may not. It's been so long. We got some better boots. They're already equipped. Of course, as a mage, I'm going to be holding onto my robe the entire time, so it doesn't really matter. Still managed to poison me. Douche. Alright, is there anything in here? Aha!
Done.
Another one I'll live stream at some point too is Dungeon Siege, which is also not a favorite of mine. Around the same era, they might have been a little later. Full 3D, but the first one I think there is by far the most superior one in that series. Stop poisoning me. The nice part in that game is that it's you level up the things you use, so, and there's no loading screens at all, which I felt was very impressive at the time. You just keep running, and you can run into houses and out and everything. It just keeps going and going and going. And very nice full co-op in the campaign and everything, and it's a lot of fun. Spider. Confirmed. Did it say spider? Goodness, the poison. Just touch you and poison. That's, again, how quick this game is. It's just very, very action-y. It's an action RPG, but it's just like, you can tell how just fast it is. Sturdy cloak. Is that better than one? I already have it equipped. You're a wizard, Rick. Pretty dark, too. Let's check out what else is here. it's, you know, you don't need to check out every little crevasse and nook and cranny, whatever you find, but it's hard not to. That's what sinks me a lot of these newer open world games, is that I can't just leave well enough alone. I gotta, like, turn over every stone and everything.
You think
Hello.
I run in fear of you, boy? You believe me? What? No!
Well, that was convenient.
Everywhere.
I guess I'll have to fall down there. Maybe we'll use the force field before we go. Whee!
John.
I can't remember if he just died there or not, but it's a convenient plot device hole.
John.
Oh, look at that. Something. Oh, hello, troll. I think I need my fireball here.
Done.
That's right, and these guys.
Done.
No.
Done.
Leave a
Done.
poison poison cloud behind them, since they, you know, explode in a fart, because, you know, that's just the style of game this is. It's very highbrow. More barrels. Gotta smash them. Smash them all. Steak. I absolutely trust a steak I find in a barrel in a cave full of trolls. It must be a good steak. So yeah, some secrets you can just run up to the wall and it opens, and some you have to like blast the wall and it opens from there. Just need more mana. That's no problem now. Oh. At least they aren't dropping anything. Well, besides the gas, because it would be very hard to keep running up there, but... Can I get... Nope, I just gotta wait for that gas to pass. There we go. Yeah, so I kind of like this game too. It's like, it doesn't take... I mean, yeah, sure you got the fantasy tropes in here, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. But again, it just got that bullfrog vibe to it, in my book. Got my Cowlin hang out again here. You don't have the mana? Oh. Oh, come on. There, I got it. Around it. I'm running real low on potions here, so I'm like beating them with my stick. Like a true magician would, or a mage. You can tell if you stand there, just keep taking a beating very, very quickly. Also, there's a lot of caves in this game. It's a very cave-heavy game. Finally, there's one of those things. Give me stuff, please. What? Oh, mana, it'll cost a whole mana bar? Sure does. It'll help me take a little more hits at least, but... Trying to conserve my mana, I don't want to just burn up all my mana potions. Back beast scroll. Yep, it's a bat, alright. Alright, let's get some more mana refill here. Yeah, they do recover. These things do. I think the crystals may not. You find natural crystals in the cave. I don't think they recover automatically, but these, like, pylons, I mean, that's what they look like. No affiliation to Warcraft. They do refill automatically, I believe. Out loud. Stop poisoning me. kind of missing the auto gold pickup now. Playing Diablo 3, uses runner gold and it picks it up, and that sure will be nice here. But hello, even home. It's a lot of creepy bookcases. It honestly reminds me a lot about Ultima Online. You know, more modern and faster, obviously, but the graphical style, which itself I think is based on Ultima 6 or something like that. I didn't play that one. But staff, that might be useful. There we go. Now getting some Sulphurous Flare Staff of Recharge. Let's see what that does. Single Sulphurous Flare. So now I actually have a staff I can shoot with, which is much more useful than a stick that I'm hitting them with. Sticks are useful, but not for a mage, I guess. Finally, there's a stair up here. A lot of stairs up. Conveniently, of course, when you're exiting a dungeon, it's like an exit that's almost directly where you need to be, but... Pew pew! Like that.
The Book of Oblivion is saved. Horvath will need my Amulet of Clarity.
Book of Oblivion, no relations.
Here, take both items to him.
Elevator. Master, I looted everything out of importance out of the library. Oh, I got your stuff too.
Well, apprentice. These items will certainly aid my attempts to break the forces interfering with my magic. It would seem there is nothing you cannot accomplish.
You have done 2 things for me now, so there's nothing I can't accomplish. You earned Iron Cannon.
These are desperate times, lad. The already depleted supply of mana reserves from the mines has reached precipitous lows, so teleportation is the only hope for replenishing the drained mana stores.
Yep, wrong game, right developer.
The Amulet of Teleportation, crafted for this purpose by the mage Stravis, is now long overdue in its delivery to Horvath. Keep your guard up. There are rogues in the caves and forests surrounding Galaba.
I'm sorry, you're saying something important? I totally wasn't listening. I mean, yes, Master, I will absolutely do whatever you just told me to. Can I look at my journal? I guess I'll go out the only door I can. Can I, cast this in? Yeah. Suck up some blue magic. Like, I like games that have a lot of little details in them. Like, if there's a static world that you can interact with, it just makes the game very dry. The same reason why Duke Nukem 3D was so much fun compared to everything that came before it was that you could interact with everything. And here, too, you can move stuff around, and, you know, one thing that I liked with Dragon Age Inquisition more recently was the fact that you could, you know, use magic to move things. There were certain things that you'd use your magic for, not just, well, you can cast Lightning Bolt and that's it. You probably told me something important. Let's see, where's the journal on this game? Well, let's see, command line. Let's just save. My stats. Auto map. Yeah.
Stravis has been working on an amulet of teleportation for me for some time. He should have been finished with it and had it delivered by now. Use our secret undertaking.
There we go. I guess I should actually read what he says. Whatever. Pew pew pew. Sounds very serious. I cannot carry any more apples. Fine. Alright,
it's broken
Oh no, I broke
again.
the elevator, so I can't get
I've
back
been
up.
down
Oh
here trying
no.
to fix this blasted elevator for 4 days. Oh, I bet that crazy Horvath forgot all about me down here. Hey, if you do plan on
Spiders,
using the
terrific.
passageway to
More
Travis's
spiders.
cottage, watch out for this.
It's fine, but I need to break the barrels first in case you have anything interesting. Oh, I'll certainly need that. There's the natural or mana crystals in the wild. Remember later in the game, you're kind of running around and just darting back to those things. Secret magic or missiles of magic for now here, mostly because it doesn't use so much mana compared to fireball and all those. Of course, now I got a PP laser staff, so. Picked up the shield there, not because I need it, but you can sell it, so. This is a, older school action RPG. They're not gonna let you, multi-class or anything. You're gonna be stuck in your little pocket corner that you use. You're a mage, so you use mage things. I should probably check out down here too. I feel like I have to. That's apparently where I need to go. I gotta find the key first. Well, I guess it does recharge here, so let me cast this job. Is it on for a timer? No. Mushroom. So there's nothing else. Is there a key here? Let's see one. Check out down here. Uh-huh. My pew-pew staff is very effective against these guys. It's mildly effective. Lightning bolt's pretty effective too, but I think you have to actually have a target. You can't just shoot it into the darkness, as it were. Send a light spell or increase my brightness or something. It's really dark. I know it's a cave, but still. Gold. Secret passages around here. Oh, leeches. Well, that looks lovely. Okay. Barrels. They must die so that I can loot. It's a room. Well, hello. And I totally died and dropped everything. So that's how death works in that game.
You could not retrieve the amulet of teleportation and deliver it.
Autosave. Alright, there goes that. See where that load was. Still getting used to the game. Alright, I guess we're doing this part over again. I gotta talk to that dude. Save often, I guess.
On an amulet of teleportation.
Oh, now it's broken.
Yep, I got it. No difficulty levels in these old games, or at least these. You just gotta take what they give you, and apparently this was, yeah. It's a glass cannon thing. I play this game again some other time too, where I play as a warrior or something, because I remember playing this, yeah, as a mage when I got the game originally, and it is a lot of fun. Just, of course, very, very squishy. Take a few hits and you're dead. Yeah, that's true. I probably should start. I think it was F3, F2. Game saved. All right, F2. There we go. Good call. So, yeah, you're right. I used to do that a lot too. Just you had your finger on the quick save button. Now you were so neurotic about pressing the quick save, you did it too fast, and all of a sudden you know, lost all your progress. And of course, I'm just talking and almost died again. So I guess that quick save would come handy to me. Run back and regroup at the crystals. I need my crystals. There they are. Soak up the blue juice, and then justice. I think does something. That's pretty cool that the light around it slows down and everything, or disappears when you do that. So lightning bolt. It's not lightning, it's just lightning. It's very effective against these small guys. Kind of arcs around and hits everything. I am totally saving before I go into that room, though, I can tell you that. I do remember this, that you get a little tired of the spell sounds because you're using the... Oh, staff in there. You use the same spells a lot, so then you're hearing those, you know, him saying it a lot. Alright, let's do a quick save. Oh, where's that leech? Quick save. And we will use Fireball on those dudes. Hello. Got one. Got the second guy. Go quick save here. Yes. All right. Let's get some mana. Barrels. Oh, there's an explosive barrel there too. I'm sure you could have used that to your advantage if you're crazy enough to do that here. Flamesy copper sword, I don't need that. So I got left in here. Nope, they're all dead. Alright. When you know it's going to be there, it's a lot easier. Alright, thanks a lot for hanging out. Appreciate it. Alright. Let's see, is there nothing else in here? Nothing? It's a lot of work for a few barrels. This spell again. More doors. Let's save. I think that's more of a showcase of like, hey, look at what this can do. And then you get some telekinesis related spells here. Or exert a violent attraction on nearby objects. Yeah, there we go. Now I get to use it. We need some more mana for him to do this. They don't pull them a lot, apparently. Let's look. Come on. Oh. Yeah, not enough mana. Let's go up and recharge. Boy, it's a lot of work just to put there's something useful in here. Well, that's just a little bit grating. Shouldn't take too much longer. There we go. Come on. Jump over this. It's a chest. Let's see what's in here. 100 gold. Alright. Hooray. Is there anything else in here? Some barrels. And a wasp book. There's a spell here. Some magic. Not gonna run away from me. Let's save before going to this room. So there's more of these guys. Yeah, there's a lot of this kiting going on. Ow. Oh, come on. Goodness. Good thing I loaded before I went in a room, but really... Just I'm very, very squishy. Let's see. Well, Fireball worked pretty well on those guys last time. Come here, you. There we go. Goodness. I'm healing. Hang on. Stand by. For anyone joining us late, you can see we're playing the game Nox. That came out circa 2001 by Westwood Studios. It's a Windows 95-98 based game. Action RPG, kind of like Diablo. And I have no mana left. Those little stones recover mana slowly. You can go and suck up that blue juice and get back in action. Come on. There we go. All right. We'll pick that up so I can sell it. bow. Alright, what do these guys have? I can't carry any more apples. Anything hidden here? So sometimes the secrets can be just you tap a wall and they open, and sometimes you gotta shoot them, so... Oh, there's more mana right here. And use my shield spell. Finding it pretty hard to aim. Maybe harder than I remember playing it originally, so... Just a fireball on these guys is more effective. It's a much stronger spell, but yeah, you better hit with that one you shoot too. Heal up. And save.
Done. Done.
There we go. Just 2 fireballs to the face and he died. Let's see. Huh. Finally getting out of the area, goodness. Well, that doesn't look good there. I guess we'll go back to this one spot on the map here. Let's see. Aha. Push the boulder aside and look at that. It's got a swole mage that can push boulders aside. Oh goodness, those guys again. Come on.
Done. Done.
This thing, every time you miss one of those things, it's just brutal.
Done. Done. Done.
Good thing you're stuck on a rock. Just out of mana now. That's the problem. I have no mana. No mana potion. Just tank him basically. There we go. What's this then? Jug of cider. Boy, Mana Stone will be just terrific right about now. There's some. There we go. Let's kite him around a little bit. Mana Stone, come here. I got all the apples I can carry. These natural rocks will recover a lot faster than the pylons, whatever. I think they can hit by friendly fire too there, because that guy got shot by an arrow from his own buddies and died, so... Oops, and I died. Alright. I think I'm gonna load there, and just call it good for tonight. Everyone who's watching, just thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I'm sure there'll be another stream pretty soon. So, thanks a lot, and good night.